guys feel you're playing well as well. But what do you expect from Vegas tonight, having won 7 straight?
They're starting to getting back to the team they were last season. I think they play with a lot of speed, and obviously they've been playing pretty good lately. So we got to be on our toes here. We're feeling good about ourselves too. Obviously we got some wins lately, but that's in the past. We got to focus on tonight's game, and we're playing a good team, and it's going to be a tight, tough game. But hopefully we come up with 2 points.
When a team brings the tempo that they like to bring, what do you do to slow them down or counteract it?
We should be fine if we just focus on our game. If we play with our speed and our forecheck, we should be fine. We've been playing against teams that have a lot of speed, and we cannot really focus too much on how fast they are and how good they're playing right now. We just got to focus on our game, and we should be fine.
Yourself, what does a pair of goals do for your confidence?
Obviously, it's nice, but not much really. It's nice to get the first one, and obviously it's been good timing with the first couple here. So, but that's in the past right now. I just want to focus on the game tonight. What happened last game, it was fun, but it's in the past right now. So I just gotta focus on my game and play a solid game, and we should be fine.
Oscar, do you feel like you've made any adjustments that's been able to kind of translate into the offensive success, or are you just kind of doing the same thing and now just kind of getting rewarded for it?
Yeah, I think I've been doing the same thing over and over, and right now I've been lucky a couple of times, and obviously it's been some good timing to the first couple of goals here. So I'm very happy about that, but that's in the past right now, and we got to continue what we're doing and play a solid game tonight.
Do you feel like you guys are becoming a bit of a different team right now in the last couple of weeks, or no?
Yeah, I think we play a tighter defensive game, I think, but it's just been, I don't know, 5-6 games, so we got to continue doing what we're doing right now. We cannot let the foot off the gas and let this one slip. So, I mean, we play a good team tonight. They're going to bring a lot of speed, like I said, and we got to be on our toes and focus on our game.
Thanks, Oscar.
So, looking to be back in the lineup tonight, how are you feeling about going against a team like Vegas with 6 straight wins?
It's exciting. Obviously, we're on a bit of a roll right now too, and we want to prove that we can do it against one of the best teams in the league. So obviously, they did what they did last year, and we need to prove that we can beat them. And they took it to us last time on home ice, so we kind of owe them.
Ty, when you're kind of bouncing in and out of the lineup, how do you go about this situation when you do get back in? You're not playing on an as offensively gifted line. Just what's your mindset trying to take advantage of whatever opportunities you do get?
I just got to make an impact in the game somehow, some way. You got to prove to the coach that you can help the team win night in, night out, and that you don't deserve to be out of the lineup. So that's my mindset going into tonight, whether it contribute offensively, defensively, or you just got to get something done and help the team win.
How about mentally? Does it rattle you at all, or how have you kind of approached this whole situation?
Yeah, it doesn't feel great when you come to the rink and you're not in the lineup. Obviously, you want to be in the lineup night in, night out, and had a pretty good start to the season. Unfortunately, a tough injury, but I feel like I've proved myself pretty well so far, but now it's a different time now, and now it's a matter of proving myself again, and I'm looking forward to it.
Team-wise, just the last couple of weeks with the change behind the bench, just does it feel like this team's somewhat changing its identity a little bit, or is it too early to say something like that?
A little bit. Obviously, when you have a new voice behind the bench, it's always going to change a bit, and systems are going to tweak here and there. So the team's had a little bit of a jolt here since Hitch's come in, and we're on a good stretch, and now we're going to continue it against a very good team tonight.
Maybe just a comment on Mikko starting again, third straight start. He's had 2 shutouts in Rogers Place. Does the team have full confidence in him to do it again tonight?
For sure. I think we have full confidence in both goalies, and Mikko's the one that's playing real well right now and getting wins for us. So a big goalie, not a lot to shoot at, and he's on a roll right now.
Next time.
Next time.
Tonight, weren't able to beat them last time we played here at home. What's the mindset going in tonight?
I think we have a bit of a different team mentality now than we did a few games ago against them, and I think guys are really committed to our team defense and playing defense first and creating our offense from good defense. So I think we're going to have a little bit of a different mindset heading into today's game. They got a pretty offensive team, pretty fast team, and I think if we play our hard physical game against them, it's going to slow them down and create more opportunities for ourselves.
Drake, you're playing on a line with Jesse Puljujarvi. Got a second of the goal last season. You made a great play on that. What does that play kind of do for his confidence, along with yours as a line as well?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can score a goal, speaking for myself, if you score a goal, it definitely helps with your confidence. And he went down to the minors and played some pretty good hockey down there, and he's right back up here with us, and scored in his second or third game with us. So I'm sure that's building his confidence, and as a line, that definitely helps out. And he's a great player, and he's got a lot of skill. And if he can play with a clear mind and a lot of confidence, he's going to be a heck of a player in this league. And hopefully he can do that more going forward.
Well, you're very well how well Mikko Kostin's played in your net. Marc-Andre Fleury's had 6 straight wins. It's safe to say tonight might be a goaltender's duel tonight.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good bet. Both goalies have been playing some really good hockey this year, and we got a lot of confidence in Kostin in that right now, and he's been playing really big for us. So we got to find a way to get to Marc-Andre Fleury and get some traffic in front of him, make it really hard for him to see the puck, and to do those little things around the net just to make it difficult for him, because if he's seeing the puck, he's going to be making a lot of saves. So just got to find ways to make it hard on him.
Great. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Drake.
Thank you.
back. They look more like the team that they were last year. I just want to get your thoughts on your opponent tonight.
Well, they're back playing at the tempo they played at last year. I think it's the hardest thing I've ever done as a coach, to try to regroup your team after you lose in a cup final. It takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of patience. And I know my first kick at it, I didn't have a lot of patience, and it didn't go well for a long period of time. But their energy's back. They're all playing on this year's energy, not last year's, and they're playing. This is a big test for us. You know, from seeing where we're at, we think we're playing better, and we just played these guys not that long ago. So this will be a good test to see where we're at.
Ken, heading into tonight, the last 5 games, the team has been tied going into the third period, 4 of them resulting in 1-goal games. Tonight, involves 2 goaltenders that are playing very well. Mikko Koskinen, obviously 4-0 at home. Marc-Andre Fleury, 6 straight wins. Is it safe to say that tonight may just come down to a 1-goal game once again?
Well, I just think that's the West. I mean, the West is an older conference. There's a lot of veteran players. They know how to play the game the right way. You know, Vegas has got a lot of veteran players. They know how to play the game. They just don't make big errors. And so you're going to have to be prepared to take games well into the third period if you expect to get points. And, you know, that's been my experience, is there's no cracking, there's no emotional baggage that young teams have with them. There's a maturity about this conference that goes on, and you see it every night. And at the end of the day, you got to be comfortable playing when the game's tied. If you're not comfortable playing when it's tied, you're not going to get points.
When you looked at the Oilers from the outside and were, you know, approaching this job, how did you think you could impact them? What did you want to change about them?
I saw an energy that, if you could harness it properly, would make us more effective. But I saw a lot of young team. I saw a young team that, in order to compete, and it's not anything, it's not on them, but if you need the team to play well, you're going to have to play a mature game. You can't win in this conference unless you play a mature game. And we had to man up quick. And I look at the analytics. We got our analytics yesterday, and our numbers, analytically wise, are improving in the areas that you need to improve in to win hockey games in this conference. You're not going to just run and gun and outscore people. Too many good teams. And I'm happy that the team in the areas for me that it needed to get a lot better quick in did. And that's a good step for us. Now tonight is a whole different animal. And we'll have, I'm sure, good evaluations after tonight to see where we're at.
Is the jury still out for you on whether Ty Rattie can be a regular in this lineup, and what does he have to do to get that job?
I don't know that the jury's out. I'm trying to build a line. I'm trying to figure out how I can build 2 third lines. And so it's Ty's in there, Spooner's in there, Zykov's in there, JJ's in there, Russell's in there. I liked Russell a lot. So I was somewhere in that mix. Obviously, when Tobias comes back in, it really sets us up a lot better. But we're trying to build a third line that can be an accomplished line. So you can't win in the NHL unless you have 2 third lines. Having a third and a fourth line doesn't work in the NHL anymore. And one of your 2 third lines needs to be a hard forechecking line. You look at Vegas. You know, you can say the line with Revo on it is a 4th line, but they don't play him as a 4th line. That's the impact and that's the effect you have to have. So I'm trying to build something, and Ty's in that. He's in that mix, and if he steps out of that mix, he's going to have a real full-time job. But I got to figure out where this is going to end up, and hopefully we get some time to get to be a better line where we can really play an accomplished third line in the game.
Zykov, you don't see him much because you're in the West, so unless you watched a whole pile of Carolina games in your time off, what do you know about him? And is it one of those situations where he Last year he played with better people and got points. This year he was on a fourth line and didn't get points. So those sort of people have to play with offensive people.
You know what, Jimmy, this is a perfect example of analytics. And this is looking through the analytical glass of what we need. He fits. Exactly what we need, he fits. Where we're weak and not strong enough yet, he's strong. And his analytics, we have elements that are strong in other areas, but his analytics pop up strongly where exactly we need to go. He scores from short range. He's got a quick stick in close. He fights for position. He holds ice in the areas where we need more help. So analytically wise, I don't know him that well as a player. I just got to look at him yesterday for the first time on some video. But analytically wise, this is a really good fit for us. We got to figure if we can make it work. But what we need, he has, and that's a good idea. So can he be part of building a good line? We hope so, because he's got an element that's necessary for us to take another step.
Ken, a few days ago you talked about wanting to be hands-on with Jesse Puljujarvi's development. What does a goal like that last game do for somebody's confidence like that, and what do you need to continue seeing out of him?
The goal's a goal. I mean, he's going to come and go with the offense. And I said this to people before. Somebody has really coached him well. He's a well-coached player. He does things that coaches love. And he hides his stick, which to me is not easy to teach. He hides it, he pops it out, and he creates a number of bobble pucks and turnovers that put us on offense that not many players can do. So he has an element, regardless if he scores or he doesn't score during his career at extended rates. He has an element that really helps you win hockey games. And I don't want to discourage that element because it's really helping us right now. And we're hoping that the growth offensively starts to come to play. But man, somebody has really worked with him, because you don't do this naturally, but somebody has really worked with him to allow him to do the things that really help teams win and make coaches happy. So he's got it.